Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tldr, and I'm just making a small little video since the big video I have for the channel is still taking a bit of a while, but I just wanted to talk about real quick this tier list I have made about Mario. Now, I'm just going to be talking about it in the fastest way possible, get this out as much just to make as much sense as I can. So this is just how I feel like I need to play against every character in the game. I have different tiers and we're just going to go over them real quick. So this first tier we have, oh yeah, this is on my Twitter. If you don't know, I have Twitter. Twitter/audio__. That is me. Please go follow me. Anyway, so we're gonna first talk about this first tier. Just beat their ass. This is mostly just beat these characters up. If your combos are on point, you can win. Don't be lazy with your approaches, and if you hit them, better kill them, because if you don't, they will kill you. Of course, all the heavies will go here. This makes the most sense for all of them, but I feel like a few characters that are weird. Kazuya, yes, this is kind of how I feel about the matchup. Really, it's just whoever hits the hardest, whoever does the most combos, just wins the matchup. Lucario, I feel this way too. You just need to make sure you get your kills early, but even at higher percents, as long as your edge guards are on point, you can beat Lucario pretty handily. And Incineroar is a big reason for this because, you know, revenge, he has really strong moves, really long moves. Just don't be lazy with your approaches. Basically means that these characters still have good anti-airs, still have a lot of range, and being big, they have big moves, so you can't just be lazy with how you're trying to approach them. But if you're very good about how you approach them, you'll still be able to beat them very well. With really, all these characters are easy to combo. Like really good combos, devastating combos, 100% combos, or kill combos. Second one is make it hard for them to move around. Flood and Fireball are really good here. If you mix up how you use them, you make it tough to navigate through your moves and your aerials and put them in awful positions. All these characters are usually known for either having a lot of startup, being very slow with their projectiles, or moving so fast that you need to have your projectiles to stop them from moving around. I think it's just funny because you can see ZSS and Robin in this same tier, even though they're like the exact opposite type of character. But ZSS really hates how annoying Fireball can be, how annoying Flood can put her in weird spots. And same with Robin, it's just really about locking down their movement because both of them rely on their movement in different ways. You know, Robin still uses her zoning tools, her crazy B reverses, but you can still navigate through it and make it really tough. Rob also goes here instead of to just beat their ass because he's more about this. If you lock down how he's moving around, because he has really good burst moves, you know, dash attack, he has burner boost combos, or burner boost to get up in the air. His landing aerials are really good. It's more about locking him down and then comboing him. That's kind of just all this is. Steve and Sonic also go in here because Sonic, it's really hard to catch him, but if you keep using moves in the trajectory where his spin dash will be, so using Nair or Fireball, he can be really obnoxious and you can still combo him like other floaty characters, just as frame 2 air dodge is annoying. Steve, you gotta make it hard for Steve to move around. If you keep your pressure up on Steve, you can actually combo him really easily. He's one of the easier characters to combo once you actually get the hit, because his air dodge is so bad that you can chase him if he tries to air dodge, and he doesn't really have an attack to hit at a disadvantage at combo percents. At lower percents where you can do like PMLG, which is not that crazy good, but you know, stuff like that, it can be tough. But yes, I think that matters a lot. Ice Climbers, you need to use Flood a lot to make sure that they use side B. Peach's Float is really easy to beat with Flood, just be hard to hit. Same with Zelda, same with all the floaty characters. Really, this is just a list of characters with really good fast movement that get really messed up by Flood and Fireball. Next, we have make your Footsies annoying as hell. You are fighting with these characters a lot closer a lot of the time, but you have cheating tools like up, you had a shield, fireball pokes, flooding, double jumps, and back air. So abuse what makes you stupid. Really, it's just that they're going to be a lot closer to you. They don't have a lot of moves to keep you out. Instead, they're trying to box you with better moves or box you with moves that lead into their own combos. You see, Ryu and Ken are like that, but they're like, all these characters have moves that can be really easy to up B at a shield if they put themselves in a position to. Fox is really susceptible to it. Wolf is susceptible to it. Peach is susceptible to it. Joker's susceptible to it. They don't have a lot of range to be able to handle it. But you got to be careful because a lot of these moves are really strong. Like Roy and Terry can be very scary to be up close, but you're kind of going to have to keep them in that same way because you're also scary. These characters are still comboable. The hardest character in this list, generally speaking, is definitely Game & Watch, just because he kind of feels like he has Mario moves but better. They're usually bigger, they usually lead to a busted advantage state, and Mario can't really do as much damage per hit unless he gets to a specific percent. Like Game & Watch can do it at like 0 and get you to 60. Mario has to get you to like 35, which doesn't sound like that long, but as much as Game & Watch is doing damage to you, it can be really a big struggle. But you still have Flood, you still have Fireball, even though you can bucket it, you can make it very good mix-ups. You just gotta be taking your time. These are mostly just gonna be the most Smash Brothers of the matchups, you know, just playing, mixing up, conditioning, spacing, all matters. But you have cheater moves, so just use those cheater moves. Then you have take your time and don't run into stupid projectile shit. These are the characters where you have great aerials and B moves to deal with them throwing stuff, but you have to study what you can reflect, mash through, and punish if you're going to be able to play this confidently. And if you do, you'll be able to beat all these characters. I think the weirdest ones for here are definitely Hero. There's a lot to study with Hero because there's a lot of projectiles he has to throw at you. Learning that you can't actually cape or hit through the thunder is just like so weird, but if you learn the angle of where you can approach Hero from, it's not that bad, honestly. But then you have Snake, who has a lot of different things. If you try to avoid his kill moves of Nikita, C4, and up tilt, and learn how to use his grenades against him, he can actually not be that bad. Honestly, I feel like Mario is really good against Snake, because once you get to a certain percent, Snake gets comboed to hell. The hardest, most awkward matchups are definitely going to be Duck Hunt, who has a lot of really good moves. It actually is a weirdly even matchup because it feels like you should be able to run in, but you know, making Mario combos a bit awkward to go for, and learning the timing of his fireman can be really weird. And yeah, Pac-Man can box very well for a character that is in this tier. But you know, you still have moves like Up, you have a shield. You can honestly move Pac-Man to either here or the Footsies tier, but either way, you just gotta learn what you can, how to use his fruit against him. And then you have finally take your time and don't run into stupid sword shit. These characters have great tools and or speed to keep you out. Doesn't mean you overextend and try to punish moves you can't. Be smart, parry and bait approaches, and remember your combos still mess them up. This is honestly gonna be the hardest tier for most Marios, because this is where most of all the swords are. And honestly, it's more about playing this patiently and learning how to get in on these characters than anything else. These are not going to be the ones you rush down as much. Maybe you can probably rush down Ivysaur and Belmont, but these are the times you just got to take your time. If you learn how the opponent swings, you can actually get in and still mess them up. You can nair through Min-Min's arms, you can back throw to get rid of Luma, you can edge guard Pyramithra pretty well. You can parry a lot of Palutena stuff, even though it can be pretty tough. Violet actually deals with Fireball pretty poorly as long as you throw fireballs in weird spots. Mewtwo is one of the easiest characters to combo and easiest characters to kill off combos, but he still is very awkward because he's very fast and has a lot of range. It's just a lot of rules that like really matter for the range. If you learn how a character swings and why they want to swing, you can parry and weave through their stuff and combo them to hell. But thank you guys for watching this small short video. I know that the video that everyone's looking forward to is still taking some time. It's just gonna take some time, but I hope you guys look forward to seeing it.